Hi, welcome to this quick unboxing and first impressions from Good Cup, Bad Cup. This is the third edition of the game. This is from Pull the Pin Games. As you can see, it comes with this nice sleeve that comes away. You put it to the side and then you have this nice magnetic box which looks like that, holds everything together, and it's of quite good material, very durable and very nice to have. So let's see what's inside the game. You have the logo of the game, the Good Cup, Bad Cup. Then you have the rules of the game, pretty simple. This is a very fun, fast and real fun. I said fun twice, but I really mean it. A party game for 4 to 8 players, which takes about 15 to 20-25 minutes or something like that. The rules are that simple, as you can see, very simple. Then you have the equipment reference card, where you have all the equipment and what it does as a reminder and explanation. And there you have it. It's easy to pass around for everyone to have a quick look and get an understanding on their equipment. Then you have 2 wounded tokens. They have this side, or they just depict the graphic with the wounded hand trying to pick up a gun. Nice detail. These are tokens, good quality. Okay, put them to the side. Then we have a deck of cards. We have the lead investigator. Each time there is another lead investigator, which has the take action and take aim sequence. So it acts also as a reminder on the back of this tile. Again, this is a tile. Okay, let's put it to the side. Then we have 4 guns. You can see that we have a different amount of guns depending on the number of players participating in the game. These are from cardboard. You can either have them on the table flat, or you can use this, I believe you can use this bases to put them standing still, so they give a more realistic effect while you have it like that, pointing to another player standing on the table, because when you aim you have to point at someone and then shoot them. Okay, these again are linen finish cardboard, very good quality, very thick, nice and durable. Okay, this is the box, we put them on the side, and then we have the deck of cards. Good Cup, Bad Cup is a very fun bluffing and deduction game where players take the roles of cups in a corrupt city, and there are many cups among the honorable cups which are corrupted, and there are 2 factions essentially. No one knows which other side they are, and what each side is trying to do is trying to locate the leader of the opposite team, execute them, and by killing them they win the game. This is a very fun and fast-paced party game, really enjoyed it. And I know by fact that in the third version there are some refinements in the rules, some simplicity, infusions, and to make the game even better. Okay, this is already a great game from the previous versions. So we have a deck of cards. This is linen finished quality, very nice quality cards. I like it because they're going to stand in the time. This is the back of the equipment card. They have a locker opened. Nice detail, and you can see you can have a blackmail, you can have a coffee. The ability of the card is at the bottom. A lot of cards, evidence bag, flash, medkit, etc. Okay, they all have this cartoonish art. They look very nice, and each of them does a specific different ability and helps people to navigate in the game. Then we have the integrity cards, which have this back. Each player, let's explain the game shortly. Depending on the number of players, obviously you can have a specific amount of crooked or honest cups, and you can see the number that you're going to use depending on the number of players participating. Each card has, this is a 5+, that means that it goes in a 5, 6 and a 7 and 8 game, whether this one would not, for example. So you can easily divide them accordingly and start playing the game right away. So the main roles of the game are the crooked. Opposing the crooked is the honest, the blue. So this is the bad guy and this is the good guy, obviously. And there are two special roles. One is the kingpin, which is the leader of the bad guys, and the other one is the agent leader. Both are leaders. This is the leader of the blue team and this is the leader of the bad, corrupted red team. So let's see how the game plays. This is very fast and easy to set up. Each gun and integrity card may have a number in the corner that it helps you for the fast setup. And as we said, what is greater than the number is not being used. Okay, so what we do is we take out the two leaders, the kingpin and the agent, put them at the side. And if we're playing a 6-player game, we add 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that makes a total of the number of players. Then we shuffle this newly formed deck with the 6 cards. They include the red leader and the blue leader, and we give face down 1 to each player. Okay, let's say we had a 6-player game, so we give 1 to each player, so each side is going to have 1 card, each person. Then we take the rest of the integrity deck, we shuffle it, and we give 2 more to each player. Thus we have ensured that one of these players is the kingpin and one is the agent, and they also have additional cards with them. So after viewing their integrity cards, each player is taking their deck. I'm just going to move them aside for the moment. So say this player has these cards. These are face down in front of him, making a row of 3 cards. So I'm sitting here and I have those 3 cards in front of me. I can always look at my cards, but other people do not know that what is my result. Okay, now this was a 6-player game, so this had a 7+, so this wouldn't be used, but in any case the rule applies. Just imagine this was a 5+ or a 6+. Okay, so depending on the location that you can, the result of the cards, that they are hidden, again I'm insisting, and you are the only one who can see them, then what you do is you decide which team you're backing. Basically, it tells you which team you're backing. For example, if the majority of your cards are crooked, either you have 3, or even if you had, let's say, 2 crooked and 1 honest, then the result would be that you are crooked. That's what you're doing, you are with the bad guys. Respectively, if you had either 3 honest cards or 2 honest cards and 1 crooked, you would be with the good guys, you would be honest. And you are the only one who knows which team you're backing. The only exception is if you have in your combination of 3 cards either the kingpin or the agent. So if, for example, you had this combination, you would be the kingpin backing essentially the leader of the bad guys, regardless of the majority of the rest of the cards. This card, either the kingpin or the agent, supersedes the majority of the rest cards. So you would be the leader of the blue guys, the good caps, or you would be the leader of the bad guys, the red team. So now you know which team you're backing, what is your assignment. Very simple. On your turn, I remind you, these are face down in front of you, no one knows what they are. What you do is you must take, you follow the 3 phases sequence, and in the first phase, the action phase, you must take an action. You choose to take one of the followings. You can either investigate, which means you take 1 integrity card from any player who is alive, okay, and you place it, you check it, you see what it is. So for example, I take from this guy, I look at it, I know one of their cards, and I put it again back in its original location, face down. So I'm the only one who took a look on this card and start getting an idea on his combination and trying to understand what this guy it is. This is the investigate. Another option you can do in your turn, when you take action, instead of doing investigation, you can arm. You take a gun, depending on the number of players we have in the middle of the table, a specific amount of guns. So if you arm, you take a gun from the middle of the table and place it in front of you, like that. So it is in front of you, the gun, you're armed now, and everyone can see it. And by doing so, I would be, let's say like that, having 3 face down cards, and I would arm, I would take this gun in front of me. So by arming, if I had one of any of my cards, integrity cards facing down, I would need to reveal it and permanently show to the rest of the group that one of my cards is this one. Obviously, I would not reveal the kingpin, I would reveal another card, but still they don't know what I am. They're just trying to get an idea, but it's always visible and it's always on to all of the players if you took arm. Another option you can do, instead of the 2 above, is you can equip. You draw 1 card from the equipment deck. These are powerful boosts that can help you. They have special abilities that they give you tremendous bonus when time is needed. I'm not going to go through the details of each card, but they're good cards, and that's why they're called equipment. So if you take 1 equipment card, again, if you have any hidden integrity cards, you need to reveal one of those. So you need to be very careful when you draw cards, because you give away some of your information to the rest of the teams. Both team players, they know what you're doing, and the opponents. Another option you can do on the take action phase is obviously you can shoot. If you have a gun in front of you and you place it aiming at some person, you have it aiming on a specific person, then you take a shot. After you shoot, you remove it from in front of yourself, the gun, and you put it in the middle of the table together with the rest of the guns. You just took 1 shot. The second phase of the game is you take aim. If you are already holding a gun from a previous action, then it is resolved. You must obviously aim the gun at any living player. So then the aim takes place, and then it's the third phase, the end turn. Play proceeds clockwise. When the end turn, we pass the leader investigation, so another player is the leader investigation, the player who starts. Again, this is a reminder, what you do, you investigate, you equip, you arm, or you shoot, and then you take aim. These are the 2 phases of the game, actually, to me more specific, more simple. So what happens if you get shot? If you're shot, you must reveal all of your identity cards, meaning that if someone shot me, and I was like that, I would need to reveal my last card face up. If you are not the kingpin or the agent, say I was an honest cop, then I'm eliminated from the game. I turn all my integrity cards sideways, like that, to indicate that I'm out of the game. Everyone can see that I'm out of the game, but also everyone can see which team I was backing and I was part of. You return your equipment cards at the bottom of the equipment deck, and then you return your gun, if you had any, to the center of the table. You're out of the round of the game. If you are the agent or the kingpin, you are not immediately eliminated. This is the first time you're shot. You obviously take 1 wound token. That means they know who you are, they know you're the leader of the bad guys, they're trying to get to shoot you, but it's not right away. You just got 1 wound, and this token on top of you indicates that you're wounded. Therefore, you put the wounded token on top of your kingpin or agent card respectively. You are eliminated if you are shot while you already have a wounded token, and which when this happens, you just lost the game because the opposing team will win. So if I am the kingpin and I receive a second wound token, or I am shot essentially second time, then I lose and the good caps win. There are some equipment rules and some gun rules, but I'm not going to go through the detail of those because these are minor things and you can discover them on your own. The important thing that this is a real fun and clever party game. Every time we played we had a blast. I'm very happy that this is a 3rd edition with the improvements in the game. This is an absolute keeper and a real good choice for a party game. Everyone is going to have a blast. Deduction, bluffing, aiming guns, trying to find out who is the corrupt guy or who is the leader of the opposing team is a great time to spend quality time around the table. So this is one of my favorite party games. I'm really happy to get this 3rd version from Pull the King the Pin Games. Looks great. another great addition. If you don't have it or you haven't heard about it, I'm really recommending it. Give it a try, you're gonna have a blast. This is Good Cup, Bad Cup.